Everybody, I want to start off first by thanking Walter Day for being here today, making the trip out. Everybody knows him, and it's such an honor to have him here out at the arcade, and we're so glad that he made it out. Also, huge thanks to Terry for helping make all this happen as well. Like, we really appreciate everything that you've done to make this event possible, and thank you both for everything that you've done, not only for us, but the video game community in general. And we have a lot of awards to give out tonight, and there's so many people that deserve awards here, but this is hopefully starting with our Gamer of the Year. Sorry. We're going to start with. Cool. So it's.
Get Bobby to come on up.
Bobby. Turn this over to Walter.
Face the cameras, Bobby.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, can anybody actually hear me?
Just barely.
Can you hear me? Okay. Bobby has to drive for 7 hours. So he has to go all the way to the other side of Columbus, Ohio to get home. So we're going to give his award immediately without any preambles from me. So Bobby is a world record competitor. He's a great supporter of the culture. He's actually got a tremendous heart. I think there's easily been 20 times when he's gone out to dinner and he's snuck over and picked up the check and paid for everybody at dinner, and everybody else can't figure how come we're not paying, because Bobby has snuck over there and taken the check and paid for everybody. He's got this incredibly generous, loving, caring heart, and that's one of those wonderful things about him. At the same time that he's an amazing competitor in the video game world and holds numerous. You have how many world records you got now?
Over 30.
Over 30. My God, that's amazing. So he's like he's a member of this new golden age. Now, anybody hear any of that? Okay. 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 So anyway, Bobby, thank you very much. We're honored. Let's hear it for Bobby. Okay. I'm wondering if there's a couple key games that make more noise than other things.
It's usually always, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to get closer to everybody. Maybe everybody can move in a little closer, because I want to say something important about this place here. Y'all got to hear this. Just get in here so you can hear this, okay? When the video game age started 35 years ago, the expansion of that golden age of arcades was based more on people out to try and make money off this new phenomena. There was a lot of people who were involved in the industry, and they spreaded the arcades all over the place. I know from firsthand that a lot of the arcades I was competing with, they were opened up by dentists and doctors and lawyers and a lot of people trying to get into the trade. And so it had a different spirit back then, a good spirit, because it made the golden age happen. But the people now, like Doc here and his associates and other people who are opening up retro arcades, they're not entering this industry with that same spirit of just being maybe business oriented. They're actually here with a lot more spirit and personal passion to see the golden age come alive again. So I like to think of this as a new second golden age of gaming. I mean, you might call it a rebirth of classic gaming. Certainly it's the rebirth of the arcade again. And the people who are doing this have come here, have come to do this with a whole different spirit that's very devoted to keeping just the whole culture of the arcade era alive and bringing it back to life. And so I'd like to first of all thank Doc and all the other people around America and the world who are doing this. And that's why I'm so personally pleased to be able to come to some place like this and honor all the people here, because when we support you, we're helping you support Doc and all the other people who are bringing the golden age of arcade games back to life. So, I hope everybody heard that. Okay. So my name, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Walter Day. I live in Fairfield, Iowa. I founded an organization called Twin Galaxies. We've been keeping track of the world. We have been keeping track of the world records for 30 some years. We organized some of the most original contests that were ever organized in the video game history. So some people now worldwide consider Twin Galaxies the birth of organized competitive video game playing. And that may be the case. I'll just let the future historians decide that and sort all that out. But after many, many years of doing that, the most interesting way that I found to honor all the people who deserve to be honored in this culture is with this new set of trading cards we've been doing now for 4 years. So the awards we're handing out tonight are connected directly to these trading cards. And these trading cards are not really produced in the way that maybe, or for the reason that, for instance, baseball cards or football cards are. These cards are more, they extend way beyond the world of competitive gaming. They're actually literally about the culture of our times. They're all about the people who make up this amazing tapestry of history and culture, who all together are making what I call a historical tapestry that future generations are going to be absolutely amazed by, and they're going to study a lot. So I like to say that these trading cards are like little windows into a moment in history, that in the future historians will consider these an important document that has commemorated and documented the history of our times. Because even though, I mean, essentially we are the first gamers, we still are the ones who completely brought to life the age of the video game. And so I'm trying to use these trading cards to capture all those little stories that exist in each person's life, that all together, when they finally look at these trading cards, maybe even 100 years from now, they'll see the faces and the events that made this all happen. Anybody hear that? Okay, just checking, doing a reality check. So, we're going to give awards. And let me tell you my opinion about these awards. These awards are not just things to hang on the wall. These things are like family heirlooms. And I like to give you an example of what I mean by that. In my own personal life, in my own personal family, we have a certificate. My cousins have it. We have a certificate that was given to my family on July 14th, 1862, 152 years ago, when my great-grandfather, who had the same name I have, Walter Day, he won P.T. Barnum's National Baby Show. So he was picked the most beautiful baby in the nation, and P.T. Barnum, the famous circus guy, gave them a big ornate certificate that he signed. And I can't begin to tell you how valuable that is for our family. So mark my words, you think you're just hanging a piece of paper on the wall. I personally believe that 150 years from now, your great-grandchildren are going to look. Thank you. Thanks for being on the show. Your great-grandchildren, 150 years from now, are going to have these things hanging on their wall, and they're going to say, oh my God, look what my great-grandparents were doing. They were part of the birth of video games 150 years ago. And possibly some of these awards will be hanging on people's walls a couple hundred years from now, because they'll be one of the coolest mementos, one of the most personal mementos that exist all these years later from your own individual family history. So when you get these awards tonight, be aware that someone in the future is going to really dig this, because these are cool. So I'm very honored to be here and do this now. So let's start from the very top. Everybody hearing me? Okay.
Real quick announcement real quick. We have door prizes to give away. You'll notice on the counter there's a white box and there's paper and a marker. If you haven't signed up for a door prize yet for the drawing, sign up, and we're gonna draw those at the end of the ceremony. And try not to get in front of the cameras.
Yeah. So the hot sauce, there's hot sauce bottles and posters and all sorts of stuff. Okay, autographed pictures of Terry Bertlow, all sorts of good stuff. Okay, did anybody want to say anything, or should I just keep going? Okay. Why don't you get up here, Matt? Is there a speaker over here? Okay. Hey, Matt Rocco.
He took off.
Okay, Matt's gone. Okay, well, we're going to give Matt an award. He's not here. But essentially, Matt is being honored for his role as the 2011 Player of the Year. Very distinguished. Now, James White. Oh, my God. Where is the great James White?
Where's that truck at?
This is what James is one of my favorite people. Okay. James is one of my favorite people because not only is James a great video game player, worthy of being the 2012 Player of the Year, but he's got so much heart and he's so friendly and he's just so supportive of so many people that it's great. I mean, it's just great that someone with this much personality and heart is also this good at video games. Go figure, you know? Here, what do you got to say?
Nothing much, really.
Okay, that's enough.
Nothing much. I'm okay.
Say so.
I'm okay. I mean, I'm not much to say after. It's all good. It's all good.
Okay, thanks, James.
Thanks, Walter. Thank you, Walter. Thank you, Terry. You're welcome.
Right here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There you go, right there.
Here. Oh, my God. My God. So, Matt here is another example. I never met Matt. We met before. We met in 2004 or 2012. 2012. Yeah. So we met at the Midwest Gaming Classic. And Matt came